Good evening and welcome back to Game 2 of Meridian Community College versus Northeast Mississippi Community College. Eagles drop game 1 10-4, looking to rebound and get the split here in the doubleheader. Tyler Lance on the mound for the Eagles. First pitch is fouled off by Carter Roach, and we are underway. Tyler Lance on the mound for the Eagles here in Game 2. Tyler is 3-2 on the season with a 3.94 ERA. And the pitch, right down the middle for strike two. 0-2 count to get things started here. Carter Roach at the plate was 3 for 5 in game 1. Scored 2 runs, had an RBI, also walked. And that one goes past the catcher, and that will be ball 1. 1-2 count. MAC JC doubleheaders, 9 innings first game, 7 innings second game. This will be a 7-inning contest. And that one is hit past a diving third baseman, Hootie Parker, and it will be a base hit and give the Tigers a runner on first. Now coming up to bat, catcher Thomas Stevens. Stevens went 2 for 5 in game 1, scored a run. The Tigers pounded out 16 hits in the game 1 win. Had quite the day at the plate. Everybody in the starting lineup except for one player had a base hit. Swinging and a miss for strike 1. Tyler looking to get things off to a good start here for the Eagles. As the sun begins to set here on Skaggs Field. Still a good crowd here for game 2. And Tyler paints the outside corner for strike 2. Eagles really needing to get the win in game 2 here to continue building towards a playoff appearance this year. A little bit high for ball 1. Eagles currently sit 10-6 in conference play with first place Northwest Mississippi coming in to Skaggs Field on Friday, followed up by a trip to Scuba next Wednesday. The Eagles really needing to get this win here. Swing and a miss for strike 3, and that is one away in the top of the first inning. Now coming up to bat, right fielder Hayes Hansford. Hayes Hansford steps up to the plate, 1 for 5 in game 1, but that one hit was a big one, a 2-run homer that helped stretch the Tigers' lead after the Eagles had cut it to 1. And he cuts at the first one and is fouled back for strike 1. 0-1 count. A 1 count. Roach over on first after a leadoff single. Getting a decent size lead over there. Not a huge lead. And the pitch outside. Ball 1. 1-1 count. One count. Nothing as our score. Top of the first inning. Tower checks, throws over. Roach dives back in. Low and in the dirt. Ball 2, 2-1 count. Update from some games around the MAC JC. Jones currently leads Co-Lin 2-0 going into the third inning of their second game of the day. Runner goes, throw down to second is extremely high, goes into center field. Was a swing and a miss, so it is now a 2-2 count with a runner in scoring position. East Central currently leads Hines in game 2, 1-0. And we've got a slight break in the action here, and we will take it with them. Thank you for watching Meridian Community College Baseball on MCCEagles.com. And after a little conference with the umpire, not sure what the dispute was, we're back to action. 2-2 count. 1 out, top of the first inning. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Tyler Lance gets second strikeout of the first inning. Now coming up to bat, Tyler Samaniego, playing first base here in game 2. Samaniego, the leading hitter for Northeast on the season, was fairly quiet in game 1, 1 for 6. But his teammates certainly picked up the slack as the rest of them pounded out 15 hits over game 1. And Tyler checks the runner at second. And the pitch is hit into deep center field, and that's going to be past Marcariously, and that is going to bring a run in. And it is now a 1-0 game after a stand-up double from Tyler Samaniego gives the Tigers the 1-0 lead. Now coming up to bat, DH Anthony Lipsy, who absolutely tore the cover off the ball in game 1, going 4 for 5. Lipsy steps up to the plate. As I was saying, went 4 for 5 in game 1. Was batting .289 coming into the game and just absolutely tore the cover off the ball in game 1. First pitch is fouled back for strike 1. 0-1 count. The pitch, a little bit outside for ball 1. 1-1 count. And we've got time at the plate. And the pitch. And it is ripped into left center, and that is going to be another run as Samaniego rounds third and comes in easily, and it is now a 2-0 game. And Anthony Lipsy continues to just absolutely destroy the Eagles as that is now his 5th hit on the day. Now coming up to bat, Landon Wilkerson playing third base here in game 2, who hit a 2-run homer for the Tigers in game 1. Game 2 not getting off to a good start here for the Eagles. Not at all what they needed after that 10-4 defeat in game 1. First pitch is fouled back for strike 1. Throw over to first, not in time. And that one gets past catcher Donovan Showles, and that will put another runner in scoring position. As really the Eagles have just really need to keep this runner from scoring because after falling 10-4 in game one, really don't need to get into a 3-run hole here to have to dig their way out of. That one is fouled back and it is now a 1-2 count. 1-2 is our count. Just getting underway here from Skaggs Field. Top of the first inning. Eagles trail 2-0. And that one is fouled off, and it will remain a 1-2 count. Tower shakes off a couple of signs here, and the batter calls time. So far, this game is moving at a snail's pace. And the pitch, and it's fouled off, and we'll have another. Remain a 1-2 count. Throw back to second, nothing going. And the pitch, low and in the dirt for ball 2. 2-2 count. And a called strike 3 as Tyler Lance strikes out the side. In between, though, 2 runs, 3 hits, heading to the bottom of the first. Eagles trail 2-0. Mark Harris to lead things off here for the Eagles in game 2. Lee led off game 1 with a triple. First pitch fouled off for strike one. Second pitch in the dirt. Ball 1-1-1 count. 1-1 count. And Marquarius Lee gets that one right inside the bag, and that is going to be a stand-up double for the Speedy Lee, as that gives the Eagles a runner in scoring position with no outs. Exactly what the Eagles needed to get the game started. Now coming up to bats, shortstop Mac Pickering. Mac steps back up to the plate. First pitch. Mac hits it in the hole past the short. No, good play by the shortstop. Makes a throw over to third, trying to get the Speedy Lee. And Lee makes it into third easily, as the Eagles now have runners on first and third with no outs. And coming up to bat, Hootie Parker. Hootie Parker steps up to the plate with a chance to get the Eagles back within a run, or possibly tied, or even put us ahead here. Hootie did have a home run in game one. One-0 count. Throw over to first. Mac wasn't really leaning or anything, just there to throw to keep him kind of true. Hootie was 2 for 4 in game one. Did have that home run, 2 RBIs. That one's outside for ball 2. 2-0 count. Hootie steps out and steps back up to the plate. 2-0 count. Big opportunity here for the Eagles early on. Must have been a little bit inside. Ball 3, 3-0 count. Marquarius Lee gets his lead at third. Matt gets small lead over at first. Hootie takes one right down the middle for strike one. Lights are now on here at Skaggs Field, as it is turning into a beautiful evening here in Meridian, Mississippi. Throw over to first, not in time. And Hootie takes ball 4, and that will load the bases here in the first inning with MCC's leading home run hitter, Case Garner, stepping up to the plate. And Case Garner steps up to the plate as the Eagles have the bases loaded. No outs here in the bottom of the first, trailing 2-0. First pitch in the dirt for ball one. Case was 0 for 4 in game one. Did have a home run in the Eagles' extra inning victory over Gulf Coast on Friday night. And Pierce. And Case steps back up to the plate. And, wow. Line drive to first, double play. And just like that, it is now 2 away. Runners on second and third. And coming up to bat, Donovan Shows. Donovan Shows steps up to the plate. Donovan's 1 for 3 in game one. And breaking pitch gets in there for strike one. Appeared like it probably stayed a little bit high, but umpire disagrees, and his opinion's the only one that matters. And Wilcher steps off the back of the rubber. And the pitch fouled back for strike two. 0-2 count. After a leadoff double from Marcarius Lee, followed up by a single from Mac Pickering, Hootie Parker then walked. Case Garner hit an absolute rocket to first base. It was turned into a double play, and now Donovan Shows is down in an 0-2 count. And he hits it up the middle, and that's going to score one, and it looks like it will score two, and it's going to, and that will tie the game. Eagles get exactly what they need. It is now a 2-2 ball game with Davis Ferguson stepping up to the plate. And Davis Ferguson steps up to the plate and takes the first pitch for a strike. 0-1 count. We are in the bottom of the first inning. 2 away. Donovan Shows over on first base after a single, scoring 2 runs. Swing and a miss for strike two. Davis steps back up to the plate. 0-2 count. And Davis hits that one to deep center, but it's going to be settled under by the center fielder. Couple steps over, and that will retire the side. Eagles pick up 2 runs on 3 hits, heading to the top of the second. 2-2 ball game. We're back here in the top of the second inning, 2-2 ball game. Tyler Lance on the hill for the Eagles. Chad Stevens at the plate for the Tigers. 1-0 count. 1-1 count as Tyler deals a strike right there. Chad Stevens was 1 for 4 in game 2, scored a couple of runs. That's hit second baseman Logan Stewart. Logan ranges over, and that is 1 away. Eagles could desperately use a 1-2-3 inning here. Now coming up to bat, Bryce Stanton. Bryce Stanton steps up to the plate. He came in late in game 1 and went 2 for 2. Had an RBI. Tyler's first pitch, a little bit outside, ball 1. Squares around the bunt, lays down a pretty bunt. Tyler Lance steps off the mound, fields it, and throw over to first, gets away from first baseman Keegan Westbrook, and that will give the Tigers a man on first with 1 out. Now coming up to bat, Simmons Sowell. Sowell steps up to the plate with the runner on first and 1 out. First pitch, high and inside, ball 1. Tyler checks the runner at first. Runner goes on the pitch, and it is hit right into the hole that shortstop, who Mac Pickering had just left. And the throw over to third, not in time to get the runner, and that is a perfect example of how you do the hit and run right there. That is just good baseball right there. That's all that you can say on that. Now coming up to bat, Carter Roach. Roach steps up to the plate. He's 1 for 1 on the day with a double. And that one is fouled off. Looks like it'll be out of play, and it will be. Throw over to first, not in time. And the pitch. And it gets the outside corner for strike 2. And the pitch, and it's hit up the middle, and that gets through for a base hit. And it is now a 3-2 ball game. As the base hit up the middle. Now coming up to end, it looks like we've got a mound visit, and we will take a break. Thank you for watching Meridian Community College Baseball on MCCEagles.com. And we are back after the mound visit. Tyler Lance remains in the game with 1 out, runners on first and second. Tyler checks the runner at second, and the pitch right down the middle for strike 1. And we were just having a discussion up here in the press box about the benefits and the pitfalls of bunting, and this whole inning got started with a very pretty bunt down the kind of in between the pitcher and third base, and was able to beat it out, and that's kind of how the inning has gotten started. Some up here in the press box are fans of small ball, some are not. Don't know how you are at home, but good thing is we all have our own opinions about baseball, and it's a fun sport to watch. We're back to the game here, 0-1 count. In the dirt, ball 1, 1-1 count. Steps back up to the plate. And the pitch. And it's hit straight to Logan Stewart, and it gets away from him, and it's going to be bases loaded. And again, much like everything else today, if the Eagles didn't have bad luck, we'd have no luck at all. As that one bounced up, and I believe it got Logan Stewart. Believe it got him in the face. I'm not 100% sure on that, but he's not feeling great right now. I can tell you that. It popped him somewhere. Not quite sure where. Number 25, Hayes Hansford. And now coming up to the plate, Hayes Hansford, who has had a pretty good day at the plate. 0 for 1 in game 2 here with a strikeout, but in the first game hit a deep home run. And that's hit to Hootie Parker, and it is just out of his reach. And we're going to have a play at the plate, but the throw is way offline. And it is now a 5-2 game. Five to 2 is now our score with runners on first and second. And it's still only 1 out. Number 19, Tyler Samaniego. And that one gets past the catcher, and we now have runners on second and third with only 1 out. And the infield draws in here, trying to cut off the runner at home. Hootie makes a good play over at third, plays the hop well. And that looks like we've got an injury to the Tiger running down to first base. I think he cramped up. He is limping pretty good. It appears it's just a cramp. And judging by his reaction in dugout, whatever it is hurting, but it does appear to be a cramp. It is a warm evening, so that's probably what the case is. Coming up to bat now, Anthony Lipsy. Lipsy has just destroyed the Eagles today. He is 5 for 6 on the day between 2 games combined. Already has an RBI in this game. Opportunity for 2 more here. Eagles really trying to work their way out of a jam here and limit the damage. First pitch is fouled off for strike 1. Still got a good crowd here at Skaggs Field tonight. Warm evening. People taking advantage of the good weather. 0-1 count. And Lipsy hits that one to right field, but thankfully Davis Ferguson is able to get under it, and that will end the inning. Not before the Tigers pick up three, I apologize. Heading to the bottom of the second, the Eagles trail 5-2. And we're back here to the bottom of the second inning in a 5-2 ball game. Keegan Westbrook to lead things off for the Eagles. First pitch floats down the middle for strike one. 0-1 count. And Keegan skies that one to shallow center, shallow right. Right fielder seems to settle under it, and he does for out one. Now coming up to bat, left fielder Banks Tolley. Banks Tolley steps up to the plate. First pitch fouled back for strike one. little bit high, ball 1-1-1 count. That one is fouled off. Be a 2-1, or a 1-2 count. I apologize. That one is hit towards second base. Second baseman makes the play, throws over first. Banks Tolly hustling down the line, is thrown out by about half a step. Now batting Logan Stewart. First pitch, swing and a miss for strike one. 0-1 count. Logan 0 for 2 on the day in the first game. And Logan grounds that one to second base. Second baseman gobbles up, throws over to first, and that will retire the side. Eagles pick up no runs on no hits. Heading to the top of the third, Eagles trail 5-2. Now on the mound, Braden Forsyth in for the Eagles. Braden's made quite a few appearances over the last few games, really come in as a dominant force for the Eagles. Over the last about 3 weeks, really come on. 1.27 ERA, 4-1 on the season with 11 appearances. First two pitches, missed the strike zone, 2-0 count. Three-zero count. Not the start that Braden was looking for here. And there he goes, settling down for strike one. 3-1 count. I want to give a shout out to a loyal viewer of ours, Miss Lori McLean, academic advisor here at Meridian Community College. Tune in on MCCEagles.com tonight. Thank you for tuning in, Miss Lori. We appreciate all of our viewers who are tuning in with us tonight. As we have reached the top of the third inning, and the Eagles trail 5-2. And the pitch. And Braden loses him with a high fastball, and that will give the Tigers a runner on first to get things started here.
Number 6, Chad Stevens.
Now coming up to bat, Chad Stevens. Stevens 0 for 1 here in game 2. Swing and a miss for strike one. Good pitch there from Braden. Swing and a miss for strike two. Braden Forsyth hitting his targets right here. Couple low fastballs. And the pitch, high and outside for ball one. 1-2 count. So we have reached the 7:20 mark here in the evening. Starting to lose daylight here rapidly. And Braden strikes him out looking, and that will be one away here in the top of the third inning. Now coming up to bat, Bryce Stanton.
Number 1, Bryce Stanton.
Stanton is 1 for 1 here in game 2 and was 2 for 2 in game 1. Having a very productive day at the plate. First pitch high and outside for ball 1. 1-0 count. Throw over to first. Not in time. Close, though. Throw over to first. A little bit closer that time, but still, runner gets back in safely. And the pitch. Bunt is laid down. It will go foul, and that will be strike one. 1-1 count. Throw over to first. Not in time. Again, he's keeping him close. And that one is hit. Good fake there by the Eagles to keep the runner at second there. Logan Stewart faked very well as if he was going to catch the ball. Runner was going on the pitch, hit and run, and he was able to fake him out enough to where he keep him from advancing to third. So good job there by Logan. After the base hit, runners on first and second with 1 out.
Number 4, Simmons Sowell.
Now coming up to bat, Simmons Sowell. First pitch must have been a little outside. Ball 1. And that one is hit shortstop Mac Pickering. High chopper, throw over to first. Going to be a tough play. And good throw by Mac. Gets him over at first. Great throw there from the hole by Mac Pickering to get the runner at first. And it appears that Keegan Westbrook may have pulled his hamstring a little bit on that stretch. And it was quite a stretch over there to get the runner at first. Good play. Good throw by Mac. Good stretch over there at first by Keegan. And that will make it 2 outs. Runners are now on second and third for Carter Roach. Roach has had a big day. Was 3 for 5 in game 1, 2 for 2 in game 2. Oh, 1 count. And the pitch. Right down the middle for strike 2. Braden looking to work his way out of the jam here with runners on second and third and 2 away. And the pitch. Lone in the dirt, ball 1. 1-2 count. And the pitch. High and inside for ball 2. 2-2 count. Runners on second and third with 2 away, top of the third inning. High and outside for ball 3. 3-2 count. And the pitch. And swing and a miss for strike 3. Braden Forsyth works his way out of a jam, and we head to the bottom of the third. Eagles trail 5-2. And we head to the bottom of the third with Marcarius Lee leading off for the Eagles, 1-for-1 in game 2 with a double. Led off with a double in the bottom of the first inning. If you're just tuning in, Eagles dropped game 1 10-4, trailing 5-2 here in game 2. Right down the middle for strike 1. 1-1 count. Another one right down the middle for strike 2. And the pitch. And that is strike 3. 1 away. Now coming up to bat, Mac Pickering. Mac Pickering steps up to the plate, 1-for-1 on the day. Dribbler down the third baseline, goes foul for strike 1. Next broadcast will be Friday, April the 19th. That is Good Friday. As the Eagles take on Northwest Mississippi Community College. First pitch is scheduled for 2 o'clock. Broadcast will start with the first pitch. And Mac takes strike 2. And the pitch, low and in the dirt for ball 1. 1-2 count. Eagles only have 2 more home doubleheaders left on the season. Northwest Mississippi on Friday, and then East Central Community College on Tuesday, April the 30th, and that will wind up the home schedule for the Eagles. Mac fouls another one off down the third baseline. Still a good crowd here at Skaggs Field tonight for game 2. Good bit of students here. Mac takes that one a little bit low for ball 2. 2-2 count. And the pitch outside for ball 3. Full count. And the pitch, swing and a miss for strike 3. Max swung at one that was about a foot outside there. Now coming up to bat, Hootie Parker. Hootie Parker steps to the plate, walked in his first at bat. First pitch, a little bit high for ball 1. The pitch, dribble back to the pitcher, throw over to first, and that will end the inning. Eagles, no runs, no hits, nobody left on base. Heading to the 4th, Eagles trail 5-2. Thomas Stevens to lead off for the Tigers here in the top of the fourth. First pitch, paints the inside corner for strike one. 0-1 count. Braden Forsythe still on the mound for the Eagles. Second pitch, again, gets the inside corner for strike two. 0-2 count. Braden entered in the third inning. Has allowed one hit, no runs so far. And a 3-pitch strikeout for out number one. Now coming up to bat, Hayes Hansford. Hansford steps up to the plate. Had a home run in game one. 1 for 2 here in game two with 2 RBIs. Braden dealing those strikes for strike one. Eagles currently are 10-6 in conference play in MAC-JC play. 21-9 overall. Swing and a miss for strike two. And Braden Forsythe has come in out of the bullpen and really just kind of settled things down here for the Eagles, which is exactly what they needed. Judging by the flag in center field, does not look like there is any wind blowing right now. A little bit low for ball one. 1-2 count. One away, top of the fourth inning. Tigers have 5 runs on 8 hits. Eagles have 2 runs on 3 hits, and the Eagles have committed 1 error. Doesn't miss by much outside, but called ball 2. 2-2 count. And he paints the inside corner for strike 3. Good pitch there from Braden Forsythe. That's 2 strikeouts here in the top of the fourth inning. Now coming up to bat, Tyler Samaniego. Samaniego steps up to the plate. He's 1 for 2 here in game two. With a double. First pitch a little bit inside for ball 1. 1-0 count. And the pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 1. And appears that the Eagles are having a little trouble with the throwback to the pitcher, otherwise known as Rube Baker syndrome. Those of you who have not seen Major League 2, you would not understand that, but those of you who have are laughing right now. As we have a 1-1 count. Judging by my fellow people in the press box, that is the case. And a swing and a miss for strike 2. One-two count, 2 away, top of the fourth inning. Braden Forsythe looking to strike out the side here in the fourth. The pitch. And he gets him looking for strike 3. Braden Forsythe strikes out the side, and we head to the bottom of the fourth with the Eagles trailing 5-2. And we're back to the bottom of the fourth inning with Case Garner leading things off for the Eagles. First pitch, outside for ball one. Case had a tough at bat. His first at bat had bases loaded, no outs, hit an absolute shot down the first base line. First baseman caught it, tagged first for the double play. That one is skied into right field, drifting back. Right fielder settles under it, just shy of the warning track for out number one. Now coming up to bat, first baseman Donovan Shows. Do apologize. I said Donovan was playing first base this game. Donovan's actually catching this game. He played first in the first game. First pitch is fouled back for strike one. Donovan has he's caught for the Eagles this year. Played some first, DH'd a little bit. Just a jack of all trades for us. That one's outside for ball one. 1-1 count. And that one is fouled off for a 1-2 count. Nick Wilcher is really settled in here for the Tigers and is dealing right now, just kind of keeping the Eagles off balance, keeping them kind of just getting them out of the zone, really. Donovan calls time at the plate. And the pitch, high and outside for ball two, 2-2 count. Curveball stays high. It is now a full count to Donovan. Some updates from around the MACJC. Itawamba leads Northwest 5-3 in the sixth inning. Donovan hits it on the ground to shortstop. Shortstop gathers it up, throws over first for out number two. Now coming up to bat, Davis Ferguson. First pitch to Davis, right down the middle for strike one. Curveball stays outside, and that will be a 1-1 count. Swing and fouled back for strike two. 1-2 is our count. One-two count, two away. Nobody on base here in the bottom of the fourth inning. Eagles trailing 5-2. And that was fouled back. Davis stays alive. It will remain a 1-2 count. Davis steps back up to the batter's box. And the pitch outside, ball two, 2-2 count. Two balls, two strikes, two away. As the Eagles trail 5-2 in the fourth inning. High and away, ball three, full count. my count is right, we've got Wilcher at about 50 pitches through 3 2/3 here, so not a high pitch count at all. And Davis fouls that one off down the third base line. As Davis strolls back to the plate, full count. Updates from some other Eagles sports. MCC softball will be back in action tomorrow at Tommy McDonald Field, 3 o'clock, to take on East Mississippi Community College. Davis skies that one out to right field. Right fielder's been a busy man this game, and that will retire the side. 3 up, 3 down, heading to the top of the 5th. Eagles trail 5-2. And Anthony Lipsy steps up to the plate to start the top of the 5th inning. First pitch, swing and a miss for strike 1. Lipsy, who should really just be called the Meridian Community College's worst enemy today, just absolutely has played amazing today. 1 for 2 here in game 2. That was college strike 2. But Lipsy had 4 hits in game 1, has 1 hit here in game 2. Just very impressive ball player. Braden has him in 0-2 count here. Swing and a miss for strike 3. That one gets away from catcher Donovan Shells. Throws down to first in time for out number 1. Now coming up to bat, Landon Wilkerson. Wilkerson steps up to the plate, 0 for 1 here in game 2 with a walk. Wilkerson did have a home run in game 1. Squares around a bunt and lays down a great bunt. He's going to beat that one out without a throw. That was just a very good bunt right there. Nothing much that Braden Forsyth or Hootie Parker could do with that. That gives the Tigers a runner on first, with Chad Stevens coming up to the plate. Stevens is 0 for 2 here in game 2 with a strikeout. Braden checks the runner at first. Pitch, a little bit low for ball 1. 1-0 count. And the pitch, low and away for ball 2. 2-0 count. Two 0 count, runner on first, 1 away, top of the 5th inning. Swing and a miss for strike 1. Braden Forsyth's done very well since he has come into the game. Braden throws over to first, pickoff move, not in time. Those of you who might be Major League Baseball fans, some updates from around MLB tonight. The Braves currently losing to the Arizona Diamondbacks 2-1. Those of you who are big rivalry fans, the Yankees lead the Red Sox 8-0 in the 8th inning. A few other games people may be interested in. Phillies lead the Mets 11-2 in the 5th inning. Stolen base gets in easily. Is now a 3-1 count. And Tigers have a man in scoring position. I believe this, trying to remember back, I believe they had runners in scoring position in the 3rd against Braden. But all of the damage was done in the first 2 at-bats in the 2nd and 3rd. I mean, the 1st and 2nd. Swing and a miss for strike 2. Braden Forsyth battles back to work it to a full count. And I do apologize. I've been telling you the rest of the games that the Eagles have along the way. Did forget we do have a makeup game scheduled for Monday, April the 22nd, I believe is the date. This upcoming Monday at Holmes Community College. It's a makeup game. Second game of our doubleheader a couple weeks ago got rained out. So game 2 of that doubleheader will be made up Monday, April the 22nd at 1 o'clock. Check our Meridian Community College Athletics Facebook and Twitter account for information on if that game will be streamed or not. As of right now, Holmes has not made a decision one way or the other if they are going to stream that. If it's streamed, we'll certainly get you the link to that. If it's not, we will produce live stats for the game. And that one is skied back above us in the press box. And will remain a full count. And that will be 1 7-inning ball game for the Eagles. We've got time at the plate. That one's fouled back, and it will remain a full count. And the pitch. And a little bit too far inside, and that will put runners on first and second with 1 away.
Number 1, Bryce Stanton.
Now coming up to bat, Bryce Stanton. Stanton is 2 for 2 on the day. Squares around a bunt, bunts it foul for strike 1. And the pitch. Paints the outside corner for strike 2. Runners on first and second. 1 out. Eagles trailing 5-2 here in the top of the 5th inning. And the pitch. And he gets him looking for strike 3. Now 2 away, coming up to bat. Samaniego. Sowell steps up to the plate, 1 for 2 on the game. Braden Forsythe trying to get out of this without any damage being done. A little bit high for ball 1. Stolen base attempt, throw down to third. Goes to the wrong side of the bag, and everybody will be safe. Double steal there. That puts runners on second and third with 2 outs. And a 1-1 count. And we've got a little argument going on here at the plate, so we will take a slight break. The discussion at the plate is now over, and we will get back to the ball game. 1-1 count with 2 away, top of the 5th inning. Runners on second and third, 2 outs. Good pitch there from Braden Forsythe is called ball 2, and I'm not sure why. Must have been a little bit high. And now the crowd is letting the umpire hear it a little bit, as that one looked very good from up here. There's been a couple both ways that I thought should have probably been called strikes. Low and inside for ball 3. 3-1 count. And we got a mound visit here. Catcher Donovan Shows went out to visit with Braden. Now a 3-1 count. Runners on second and third. 2 away. Top of the 5th inning. Eagles trying to hold the Tigers off the board here. That one's right down the middle for strike 2. 3-2 count. As Braden tries to work his way, have a little bit of a mess here. The pitch is hit deep into left field. It is going deep to Case Garner's there, and he's got it. Off the bat, that one looks like it might go a little bit further. Thankfully, it didn't. I believe that was actually Banks Tolley with the play. I apologize. Banks Tolley with the catch. And we head to the bottom of the 5th with the Eagles trailing 5-2. And now coming up to bat for the Eagles to start the bottom of the fifth, Keegan Westbrook. Keegan flied out to right field in his first at bat. Kind of a trend here in the game for the Eagles. Eagles in desperate need of some base runners here. First pitch is popped up. Looks like it's going to get out of play, and it will. Oh, 1 count. Got time at the plate. And the pitch, swing and a miss for strike 2. 0-2 count to Keegan Westbrook. Keegan leading things off here in the bottom of the fifth as the Eagles trail by 3. 5-2 is our score. And Keegan chops that one. It will go foul down the third baseline. It will remain an 0-2 count. Keegan steps back up to the plate with the 0-2 count. Wilcher taking his time on the mound. Pitch. Outside, ball 1. And the pitch, swing and a miss for strike 3. Now coming up to bat, Banks Tolly. Banks steps up to the plate. Banks is 0 for 1 on the day. As Wilcher continues his slow pace. Banks hits one deep to right field, and it's going to be off the right fielder's glove. And Banks will hold up at first after stumbling, rounding first, and that is exactly what the Eagles needed there. As the Eagles get a base runner. Now coming up to bat, Logan Stewart. Logan Stewart steps up to the plate. Logan is 0 for 1 in game 2. Banks with a small lead over at first. Logan takes the first pitch high for ball 1. One 0 count. Runner on first for the Eagles here in the bottom of the fifth, trailing by 3. Low in the dirt, ball 2, 2-0 count. Eagles looking to just get some base runners here as we roll over to the top of the lineup. Two 0 count. Logan hits that deep to center. Center fielder looks like he's going to settle under it. He will, and that will be out number 2. Now coming up to bat, Marcarius Lee. Marcarius Lee steps up to the plate. Marcarius is 1 for 2 on the game. Had a leadoff double to start the game. Struck out in his second at bat. Eagles could really use a big base hit here from Marcarius, or I believe he's got 6 homers on the season. Be nice time for one right here for number 7. First pitch gets the outside corner for strike 1. So I had it wrong. He's got 5 homers on the season. Pitch. Pretty much in the same exact spot as the last pitch, except that one's called a ball. 1-1 count. Eagles looking for some 2-out magic here. High, ball 2. Throw it down to first, not in time. 2-1 count. The pitch. Ground ball to short. Flip over to second. 4 out, 3. Eagles pick up a hit. 1 left on base. Heading to the top of the 6th. Eagles trail 5-2. Davis Ferguson on the mound for the Eagles. Davis coming in to pitch out of right field. Shifting over to right field is Banks Tolley. Going into left field is Case Garner. Davis is 0-0 on the season, 4 appearances and 8.10 ERA. Right down the middle for strike one. 2-1 count. And the pitch appeared pretty good from up here. Must have been a little bit low and outside. 3-1 count. Davis's pitch. Called strike two. Hitter was not a big fan of that call, and quite frankly, I can't say that I blame him too much. That one appeared to be exactly where the last pitch was that was called a ball. The pitch. And he gets him looking, and he is not happy at all over that. Back-to-back pitches paint the outside corner, and that is out number one. Now coming up to bat catcher Thomas Stevens. Stevens at the plate. Swing and a miss for strike one. Stevens 0 for 3 here in game two with 2 strikeouts. Final line for Braden Forsyth. Get to you after this pitch. A little bit outside, ball 1-1 count. Final line for Braden Forsyth. 3 innings pitched, 2 hits allowed, no runs, 7 strikeouts, and 2 walks. Another good appearance for Braden. Over his last 3 appearances, 19 strikeouts. That one's fouled back, and it will now be a 1-2 count. 1-2 is our count. Appears that Tigers have some folks loosening up in the bullpen. Can't really get you numbers, but they do have, appears to be a right-handed pitcher warming up in the bullpen. And the pitch, low and in the dirt for ball 2. 2-2 count. Yeah, it's going to be number 23, Tanner Smith, loosening up down in the bullpen. Doesn't really seem to be in much of a hurry. Just kind of getting loosened up a little bit. 2-2 count. Outside, full count. And that one is fouled off down the right field line. That will remain a full count. 3-2. 1 away. Top of the 6th inning. Eagles trailing by 3. Eagles needing to make sure that to keep the deficit at 3 here. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Davis Ferguson's come in and struck out the first 2 batters. Now coming up to bat, Hayes Hansford. Hansford steps up to the plate. First pitch, called strike 1. Hansford's 1 for 3 in game 2. 2 RBIs. That one is high and gets away from the catcher. And it will be a 1-1 count. And ground ball to shortstop. Mac Pickering with the throw over to first. Pulls Keegan Westbrook, and Hansford will be safe at first. Now coming up to bat, Tyler Samaniego.
Number 19, Tyler Samaniego. So was that a hit or an error or?
Samaniego steps up to the plate, 1 for 2 here in game 2. Donovan Showers with the good block there on a low pitch in the dirt. 1-0 count. Throw over to first, not in time. Some updates from around college baseball. Ole Miss currently leading Memphis 4-2 in the 6th inning. South Alabama leads Southern Miss 4-0 in the 6th inning. MAC JC play. Pearl River defeats Southwest Mississippi 5-1 in game 2. Runner goes. Throw down to second is on the shortstop side of the bag, and that will give the Tigers a runner on second with 2 outs. One count, 2 away. Top of the 6th inning, 5-2 ball game. Swing and a miss for strike 2. Throw down to second, gets away. Exactly what the Eagles did not need. Runner at second had gotten a very big lead, but with 2 outs and trailing by 3, you just really don't need to make that throw right there. But Davis Ferguson's going to try to work his way out of it right here. As we have a 1-2 count. And the pitch. Swing and fouled back. Just got a piece of it. Just got enough of it to stay alive. Quite the battle going on here at the plate. And a weak dribbler back to Davis Ferguson. Misplays it. Enough time throws. And he throws it about 5 feet wide of first base, and that will make it a 6-2 ball game. And it is now a 6-2 ball game. As Tigers score an unearned run there with just back-to-back bad throws. That's really all that you can say. Just been one of those days for the Eagles here. Is just a lot of mental errors, a lot of mistakes, and just some flat-out bad luck. And the Eagle killer, Anthony Lipsy, steps up to the plate, just absolutely destroying the ball today, just playing some great baseball. And Lipsy hits one back to Davis Ferguson, who jogs over to first and flips it over there after throwing error on the play before, and that will end the top of the sixth as the Tigers pick up one. Heading to the bottom of the sixth, Eagles trail 6-2. And we head to the sixth inning. Mac Pickering leading things off here. The Eagles in desperate need of base runners. First pitch outside for ball one. Mac batting right-handed against the left-handed pitcher. And that one is hit up the middle, and that's going to get through, and it's exactly what the Eagles need. A base hit from Mac Pickering to give the Eagles a runner on first. Now coming up to bat, Hootie Parker. Hootie Parker steps up to the plate with a runner on first, Mac Pickering on first. Looks like someone is now loosening up again in the Northeast bullpen. And that one looks like it may be a double play ball. 6-4. Hootie beats it out over at first, and it will now be one out. Now coming up to bat, Case Garner. Case Garner steps up to the plate. Case is 0 for 2 on the day, or here in game 2. First pitch right down the middle for strike one. Case was taken all the way there. Mac not getting much of a lead over at first. That one gets away from the catcher, and that'll advance Mac to second. And it's now a 1-1 count. Again, the Eagles in just desperate need of base runners, so any way to get on here. One count to Case. That one's outside for ball 2. Now we've got a mound visit here, so we will take a slight break. Thank you for watching Meridian Community College Baseball on MCCEagles.com. And we're back at it here, as we had a mound visit, and then Coach came out to visit as well. It's a 2-1 count. Runner on second for the Eagles. Case Garner at the plate. And the pitch is fouled off down the third base line, and it's now a 2-2 count. Two count, one away. Bottom of the 6th inning. Eagles down by 4. Low and in the dirt, full count. And the pitch, and Case hits it up the middle, and that will get through to center field, and that will score a run for the Eagles. And it is now a 6-3 game. Good piece of hitting there by Case Garner. Now coming up to bat, Donovan Shows. And Donovan Shows steps up to the plate. As the Eagles have a runner on first, 1 out. Eagles continue to need base runners. And Donovan Shows sends that one deep to center field. Going back, caught about 10 feet short of the warning track for out number 2. Donovan gave it a good ride, just hit it to the deepest part of the field. Now coming up to bat, Davis Ferguson. Davis Ferguson steps up to the plate. First pitch, takes it right down the middle for strike one. A 1 count to Davis. That one hugs the outside corner, appeared a little bit outside and a little bit low, but called strike two. Oh, 2 count, 2 away. Swing and a miss for strike three. Eagles pick up one, heading to the top of the seventh. Eagles trail 6-3. And we are back here in the top of the seventh inning. Davis Ferguson remains on the mound for the Eagles. First pitch, low and outside for ball one. For the Eagles, coming up in the seventh, it would be 7, 8, 9. Got to get through the top of the seventh here, though, first. And that one's right down the middle for strike one. 2-1 count. Pitch, low and away for ball three. 3-1 count. And Davis comes set, and the pitch, right down the middle for strike two. Davis works it back to a full count. And the pitch, and he loses in ball four. I put a runner on first. Now coming up to bat, Chad Stevens. Might see him square around to advance the runner to second here, depending on if the Tigers, yep. And that is a good bunt. Hootie Parker fields it, throws over to first in time. Eagles rotate over on defense there properly that time. Good to see. After an adventure there in the, I believe it was the second inning, and advance the runner to second. Now coming up to bat, Bryce Stanton. Dunham. Somebody commented on low and in the dirt, gets away from Donovan, and it goes behind him, and he cannot find it. And the runner does not advance. The runner does not advance on the play. One count. Again, the runner did not advance on the play there. He really couldn't get a good view of where the ball was, and neither could Donovan. Kind of a standoff there, and nobody advanced. High and inside, ball two. 2-1 count. Two-one count. Davis checks the runner at second. The pitch is hit deep into right center. Going all the way back to the fence, and that will be a stand-up triple. It is now a 7-3 ball game. Seven to three, runner on third. Now coming up to bat, Simmons Sowell. Simmons is 1 for 3 on the day. Eagles defense infielders now coming in on the grass. Good block there by Donovan Showles. Ball one. And that is hit deep to right field. Looks like it may be deep enough. And another run scores as that one bounces off the right fielder's glove. Banks Tolly he was setting up to try to get the runner at home, and it just bounced off his glove, and that will put another run across the plate, and it is now an 8-3 ball game. And Eagles fans, I think most of you will agree with me that the toughest part about this game too is just the errors, just the plays that Eagles make 99.9% of the time that just here in game two has just not been here, and looks like Coach Dylan Suddeth will go to the mound for a visit, and we will take a break. Thank you for watching Meridian Community College Baseball on MCCEagles.com. And the mound visit is over. Davis Ferguson back on the mound. First pitch, low and in the dirt for ball 1. Runner goes, throw down to second, and he's got him. Good throw down there by Donovan Schaus. And it's now 2 away. No runners on base now. Outside, ball 2, 2-1 count. That one's outside for ball 3. And that is another walk.
Number 2, Thomas Stevens.
Thomas Stevens steps up to the plate. What is now a 5-run ball game. Pickoff move down to first. Keegan, I believe, missed him on the tag. If he had gotten him, I believe he might have had a chance to get him there, but he just missed the tag entirely. Swing and a miss. Throw down to first. Not sure why that throw was made there. He was leaning a little bit, so I think Donovan thought maybe he could get him, but he got in standing up. High and outside. Ball 2, 2-1 count. Outside, 3-1. The pitch. Fouled back. Full count, 3-2. Three-two count. 2 outs. Top of the 7th inning. This will be a 7-inning ball game. Eagles trailing by 5. 8-3 is your score. And the pitch. And he walks him. Now runners on first and second, 2 away.
Number 25, Hayes Hansford.
Now coming up to bat, Hayes Hansford. Hansford hit a homer in game 1. Davis turns around, spins back towards second. Doesn't throw back there, though. Just keeping the runner true. And the pitch. High ball 1. Davis comes set. Steps off the back of the rubber. And that's a strike right there, and it's now a 1-1 count. Woden in the dirt. Good block there by Donovan. Now a 2-1 count. Davis checks the runner at second and steps off the back of the mound. And the pitch. Strike 2. Davis comes set, and the pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 3, and that will end the top of the 7th inning. As the Tigers pick up 2 runs, we head to the bottom of the 7th. The Eagles trail 8-3. Oh, come up to bat here in the bottom of the seventh, trailing by 5. Keegan Westbrook at the plate. First pitch is a strike. Oh, 1 count. Swing and a miss for strike 2. One, 2 count. And the pitch. And that one is fouled off. Swing and a miss for strike 3.
Number 19, Banks Holly.
Now coming up to bat, Banks Tolley. Banks Tolley at the plate. First pitch outside, ball 1. And that one's alone in dirt, ball 2. 2-0 count. And that one is called strike 1. 2-1 count. Just a reminder, the Eagles will be back in action Friday against Northwest Mississippi Community College. That one's outside, and it's now a 3-1 count. And it is now a full count to Banks. And the pitch, blowing in the dirt for ball 4. And the Eagles have a base runner. Now coming up to bat, Logan Stewart. Pinch hitting, Gene Torres. And Gene Torres steps up to the plate. First pitch is fouled off. Strike 1. Gene steps back up to the plate. Outside, ball 1. 1-1 count. That one's outside, ball 2. 2-1 count. Swing and a miss for strike 2. 2-2 count. 1 out. And that one is fouled back. Gene stays alive. Catcher caught the bad end of that one right there. Gene sets back up to the plate. The pitch. High. Ball 3. Full count. Full count. 3-2. Banks Tolly gets the lead at first. Swing and a miss. And the Eagles are 1 out away from getting swept in the doubleheader here today. Now coming up to bat, Marcarius Lee. And that one is popped up, and that should just about do it. And it's caught, and the Eagles drop both here today in the homestand. Eagles will be back in action Friday. First pitch scheduled for 2 o'clock. Thank you for tuning in tonight. Eagles fall 8-3.